Hey guys, what's up? So it's been 1 month and 10 days since I started reviewing my Japanese language, and I thought it's about time to give a small update how I have managed so far. I won't be dwelling into what are my strategies because I've given a quite good overview about it in my first video. I will try to add somewhere here, maybe the link. If I cannot do it, I will add it in the description below. And I also will be talking about my plan. So the first part of the video is what I'm going to do. What is my plan where I want to get by the end of Japanese language review for myself, and the second part will be dealing the 1 month and 10 days period where I really use the time and review Japanese language. I have to just note as well that in August I've been on holiday, so I had much more time to do it. And now, when I'm back at work, I just have to do better time management and I won't be able to progress that fast. So, what is my plan? I have actually passed N2 back in 2013, and I would like to get back to that level and get better points and really get my knowledge to a level that I have never been. So to have a very good Japanese language proficiency N2. But for that, I started from quite the beginning. So the first book I used was N4 grammar. It took me a bit longer than 1 week to go through. So every single day I did 5 chapters. And one, I will discuss the grammar books a bit later in another video, but I would like to say that do not write notes in your notebooks. I've done it before. It just takes up too much time. This is, if you purchase it, it's going to be yours. So just use the space you have here. Just write over. Just, correct everything in the textbook, and you can add some bookmarks or something so you can actually go through the points that maybe were the most difficult for you or that interest you the most. I really like this Shin Kanzen Master Bunpo N4 book. It had basically a good sample sentences to review Japanese, and I didn't have many places where I was like, I don't remember this grammar, but I felt that I'm not really maybe used to actively use it in my speech. I understand it, but I just need more practice. And for practice, I found this book. It came out after I already finished studying Japanese in a classroom environment, but I cannot praise this book enough because this book is really looking at moji, goi, and bunpo, and it was such a good book to go through. I did more than 1 day portion each single day, but it still took me 2-3 weeks to go through it, and it really has nice sentences. And why I like N4 and N4 and N5 this kind of checkbook is because you really use you can see what kind of sentence patterns are used while people are studying. After that, I started now with explaining what I've been doing. So the plan will be discussed in the end. But after that, I went on to kanji, and in this kanji book, it says that 1日2ページ6週間で完成. So I should be able to finish this book in 6 weeks if I do 2 pages per day. And I would say this textbook is definitely just a review textbook. I will compare it with the Shin Kanzen Master and Sun kanji book as well. I've done it more than a year ago, and I will shoot a different video about it. But for review purposes, this is an amazing book. It is minuscule. It has a very good pedagogical approach, and I have been managed to stay true to the 2 pages per 1 day, and I'm gonna finish my 5th week lessons tomorrow. So I've been tackling it well. And a book that I actually discovered that I'm doing also mostly during the weekends and then listening during the week is this Nihongo Kaiwa, Gihon Bunke Hachijihachi. So it's 88 basic patterns for Japanese conversation. And well, this book is as well one of the books that I would have loved to have when I was studying Japanese language at university. I cannot, cannot say how much I actually love it. I think it is a good book for anyone who is studying Japanese. It might sound for some simple or easy because Gihon Bunke means like just basic patterns. But this book is really showing different kind of grammar and patterns that you need to converse in Japanese. And one thing that I really, really like is that if you feel that the thing that I mentioned before, that if you feel that you know the grammar, you can do all the tests, but it doesn't come automatically when you speak Japanese. Then this has different patterns from N4 and even N3 that you will find very useful, and just repeatedly listening to it hopefully will make me speak it when I am in the situation. I cannot say what is the effect because it's been just a few weeks I've been using this book, but I managed to get to the 25th chapter. I don't know if it's chapter, yeah, maybe the 25th pattern. And I make the best when I go to a shop or to work. Then I just put my headphones in my ears and listen to those sentence patterns, and at home sometimes I try to shadow it. So I think the final result will be known just after maybe half a year, or when I'm back in Japan. Then I can really see how it has been, has it worked really. So this is how far I managed to get so far, and what are my plans from now on? Well, actually, I just want to add something as well. Is that in order to keep the knowledge of different vocabulary alive, I've been listening to podcasts, especially when I'm at gym and running, because then you can concentrate on the podcasts, listen to different words. Is the first one is Seika podcast, and the other one is Yu podcast. So maybe some of you have already listened to these, but if you haven't, then I really, really suggest you to do it. I've discovered that there are so many of podcasts that have been created, especially for the people who are learning Japanese. The ones that I've just mentioned, they are very nice. The language is beautiful. I mean, that the speed is quite quick, but I guess if you are in 4 and 5, these podcasts might be more difficult for you. But there are podcasts that are targeted for lower levels. So have a look at Spotify or Apple Music, and I think you're gonna find something that really is for you. So what is my plan now? Get going forward, because as I mentioned, I really want to drill the grammar, the vocabulary. Then I am not really rushing to get to N2 grammar and kanjis. So after 1 week I will be finished with kanji, and then I'm gonna try N3, and one of the reasons I'm gonna switch to try N3 and not do Shin Kanzen Master is because this book has also reading parts. It also has listening, comprehension, and otherwise it would be quite dull to do sentence pattern explanation with sample sentences and then exercises. So I really hope to kind of diversify my options, and it has got very good reviews, and looking through it, I really think that I can make a lot from this book. And while I'm gonna do it, I'm also gonna continue with the Nihongo Kaiwa Bunke. So when I'm gonna be finished with this, most likely by the end of October, then my plan is to go on to Shin Kanzen Master's Dokkai, and I've just been. It's very, very thorough. I'm gonna do maybe a different video about the reading part, but I'd say that this one looks really good to get different strategies to read well in Japanese, and I think it's gonna give me quite a lot of time to drill my grammar. So I bought two different entry drills. So I'm still gonna use the same format that I was showing before for N4 and N5. So this book is gonna be used while I'm gonna read, and also there's another one by Ask publishing company where they also say the same strategy, that 1日2 page and you should be done in 1 month. So let's see how it's gonna go, but I think with 2 books to drill my grammar, I should be quite okay after that. And also I discovered one book that I want to work through. Maybe some of you have seen it. It's イメージでわかる. So when sometimes people do get wrong, and I do get wrong the particles that we should use, and visualization is something that I really like, and hopefully this gonna give me a better understanding and will make me less prone to make mistakes when I have to use those joshi or the particles in Japanese language. And the last book for N3 that is in my plan is Goi. Well, with this book, I'm going to... I don't know what the strategy is going to be. Hopefully, it can be done after I finish the reading part, maybe at the end of the reading part. But I'm going to just drill my vocabulary, my kanji with this book, because my aim is to be able to read Japanese language. And I've tried the parallel Japanese where, you have like in English and in Japanese, but then you discover that you lack of certain vocabulary. And just looking through it, it seemed that this is a very good book to learn. I can really cover the Japanese part by paper and write through the correct sentences. And it has really sentences here, which means, and the translations, which means I can also practice writing kanji, which otherwise will go away. So this is my strategies for this half a year, so another 4 months. Hopefully by the end of December I've managed to do all of them, and then I just have to analyze if there is a part of N3 that I really need or want to review, or I want to go on with N2 kanji. Which one it's gonna be, I cannot say at the moment. I've been actually looking that maybe Keigo will be something that I need to focus on more, but I will be posting each month, at least I'm gonna try, an update how I've managed to do so far, and we'll see if my plan stays the same. If you have any questions for me, do leave a comment. I hope you got some maybe ideas what how to study. I will try to add the links to Amazon as well for these books, and the hint is actually a trick is to order them from Japan, because Japanese yen at the moment is really weak, and if you order more than 2-3 books, then the shipping fee won't be that high as well. So hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you later. じゃあね。バイバイ。